It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3, and we're globetrotting, as you can hear, all the way to Buckingham Palace. Oh, definitely, all over. It's just, we've got a lovely, sort of colourful spread for you. The broader United Kingdom is where we're going this morning, and it truly is one of the most enchanting places to visit. And we have a very special guest by the name of Joshua Martin, the owner of Free Manchester Walking Tours, connecting with us to tell us a bit more about this gorgeous and amazing area. What's up, Joshua? How are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. It's quite early here.
Yeah, bright and early. I'm going to start it off by saying, how's it, Boet? Welcome to South Africa. Hopefully by the end of the session you'll have picked up a little bit of our slang, but so good to be connecting with you. We love the fact that we are a global village at the moment. So I suppose my first question should be, how are you? I know a crazy time in the UK, like the rest of the world. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, we've not got many visitors at the moment coming over to the country, but it's actually been quite a nice time for people to explore our own country.
Yeah.
A lot of people often go abroad, but it's been great seeing people go on, staycations and see parts maybe they've not visited yet.
You know, it's a gorgeous country, and your flag is unique, and I think I want to start there because that's one of the first things you see and actually connect with regard to a country. So can you tell us a bit more about the meaning and its design, and what its colours represent for those who are not in the know?
Yeah, of course. So the flag represents 3 of the 4 nations that make up the UK. You've got the Scottish flag, the St Andrew's flag, the blue and the white, with the sort of like the diagonal lines. The St George's flag, which you'll know, so like from England football, the red and white, and also the St Patrick's flag. Strangely, not the Wales one, because that was way before the flag was made. It became part of a union with England.
I love it, and it is obviously iconic. And just as iconic, of course, is your national anthem. Can we put you on the spot right now and ask you to sing us a few lines, please?
To sing you a few lines?
Please, man, your accent's just too beautiful,
You
man.
got
We need
this.
I don't know if I'm the kind of person that would want to sing that particular song. I think you're asking the wrong man there.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to sing the anthem, you can sing It's Coming Home.
Too soon.
It's too early for singing.
Yeah, it's too early, no. And it's too soon, buddy. You're well within your rights
My voice
to say...
is way too deep at the moment.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're well within your rights to say it's too soon and just hanging up the call, buddy. No, we had to put you through a little bit of pain, man. But I know, many might not know this, but curry has been adopted as the UK's national dish. Why? And I always have it. My fiance's from up north, and traditionally, whenever we arrive, we'll end up having a curry on our first night there, whether her dad makes it or we go out and buy it at the local. Why is curry loved so much in the UK?
I just think there's a curry for everyone, and it kind of represents the country in a lot of ways. There's a bits of our history in there. It talks about kind of immigration, and it's the kind of British curry, I think, is obviously quite different to the Indian one. It's more, let's say, a British taste. And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that when I was up there, the curry thing surprised me because, I mean, coming from a place like Cape Town, where, curry and Malay traditions is very much ingrained in my family. It was interesting to say, I thought somebody's going to give me fish and chips. They said, like, want to go for curry and a pint. I'm like,
Yeah.
Really? It was so interesting to me. But another big thing,
Footy.
football.
Footy.
I know it could be touchy with regard to national teams, but of course there's club football as well. And I mean, what is it like being in, if you've never been to a UK football match, one of your teams, and I mean, I understand you're also a Sheffield football club, that is the oldest club ever, of course. But from your side, who do you support, by the way?
So I grew up as a United fan, but all my family are City fans. In fact, I'm actually just from my flat right now, I can see the City Stadium. But that was all fine. There wasn't too many squabbles growing up, especially because United were a better team when I was growing up.
What's it like to see a United match live? Let's just say if they're playing a team like maybe a lesser team, if you're a United supporter, you're going to love this.
Have you been to a United City game?
Yeah, I've been in quite a few. I've never been to a derby. I've been to a few City games and a few United games. Though every United game I've been to, it's always been 0-0. Whereas every City game I've seen, it's been about like 6-0. Well, no, they're just obviously just incredibly exciting places to be. You got 60,000 people. You've got whole generations, of families that have been going together for decades. Very busy, of course, trying to get there and back. Like on the transport systems, everyone's singing and had a few drinks. It's it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, buddy, my first match that I ever got to witness was at St James's, and it was Newcastle and Sunderland. So my induction into UK football was like mind-blowing. Thank you for having a little bit of fun with us, my friend. You're going to stick around, and in a moment we're going to get into more travel and inspire people. So hopefully once the gates do open, get them out to your beautiful part of the world. But so great to connect with you, my man. Thanks so much for getting up so early for us.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are traveling across the pond this morning, all the way to the beautiful UK to learn a little bit more about the best and biggest tourist attractions now. And Joshua Martin, the owner of Free Manchester Walking Tours, connects with us to tell us more. I just wanted, when you say Free Manchester in the context of South Africa, when we say free something, it kind of feels quite like you're on a mission to free your neck of the woods, man. We love that. Buddy, I've got to ask, because it's crazy how many saffers, as you call them, are in the UK. How do English people feel about having so many South Africans in your country?
Right, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Deep breath.
Very happy.
Really?
Oh, diplomatic.
Well,
Come
I'm
on.
on South African television, so...
I love it, man. Why do you think it's such an attractive place for South Africans to go to? I mean, I love it, Dan. I love the fact that the other half of my family is now English. But why do you think it's so attractive, not just for South Africans, but for a very international kind of attraction? Why are so many people relocating to the UK?
I suppose there's the language, which makes it easy for a start. It's also, whilst we've got a bad reputation for the weather, it's pretty mild all year. The winters aren't that cold, and the summers aren't that warm either. And generally, I really do believe like the people here just generally, genuinely just nice people. People want to chat to you on the street. People are quite open, actually. I think that goes against stereotype.
Yeah.
So I think there's lots of reasons. And of course, also people are very proud of the health service in the country. It doesn't matter where you are politically. Everyone's kind of proud that we've got those kind of support systems for everyone. So yeah, I can understand why people would want to move here.
Now, I feel that, man, especially the further north you go in terms of being able to connect and have a conversation. It just doesn't stop. And I talk a lot, so I fit right in. I love it, man.
I can tell. But in terms of the attractions, for anybody who's been under a rock and really doesn't sort of understand all the attractions over there, let's just say we go over and you are our tour guide. What are some of the spots that you take us to?
Whoa. Well, of course, you'd have to visit some of the cities. So I'd try and get a mix. So obviously, you'd have to visit London. I mean, London, you could stay in weeks and not see all of it. But then also see cities, maybe an industrial city such as Manchester or Liverpool. You got kind of historic cities such as Bath or Oxford or even Chester, Roman cities. Edinburgh's like nowhere else. And then, of course, there's just so many different countryside elements, whether it's the Cairngorms or the Highlands in Scotland, the Lake District, the Peak District to the north of England, Snowdonia in Wales has just some of those gorgeous countryside for me in the UK. Oh, and I can see the pictures there. You've got Stonehenge, and yeah, the whole the kind of southwest. I love the sort of kind of mystical element to some of the countryside around there, and Glastonbury, of course. Yeah.
I had one of the most wonderful experiences visiting my two cousins who were at uni at Durham, which was absolutely beautiful. And of course, being like the majority of the world, I was only really interested in where Harry Potter was shot wherever I went. But you've spoken about UK citizens getting an opportunity to see their own country now in a much more relevant way. What are some of those awesome places that might be off the beaten path? Maybe those hidden gems that you would recommend?
So if you've got the time and the energy and patience, my family used to live up on the Shetland Islands, which is the very far north of Scotland, which is really not really like anywhere else in the UK. Kind of big cliffs, this huge tombola, which is like when the sand's in the middle and you've got two beaches on either side, lots of puffins. So yeah, my recommendation would go to Shetland because most people within the UK, never mind outside, rarely visit there because it's a 12-hour ferry.
Okay, we've got it. And you know, you've tantalized the taste buds to actually visit the UK now. For anybody who's traveling over there, are there any sort of COVID-19 safety regulations that those tourists need to know about? And what are some of your travel tips if you get to the UK? I mean, are there things that we should be considering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert on the current travel regulations in terms of getting in, but in terms of tips, I think most people will be quite aware that the weather is going to be stormy today. It was, 31 Celsius yesterday. Just be prepared for all eventualities. Like bring your sun cream, but also bring your weatherproof mat.
I love it, man. Sid is like a true United Kingdom citizen. We love you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time so early in your day to do this. Of course, we can't raise a pint for you, but I hope you will raise a pint for us later today, man. And think of us as you do that. But thank you so much, man. You were clearly the right person to connect with this morning. Really, really has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, and sorry for asking you to sing the anthem. We won't do it again, ever. But it's okay.
I should have been more prepared.
No, it's okay. Thank you for bringing the UK home to us. That's fantastic. And some unforgettable memories waiting to actually be experienced on a trip to the UK. At the moment, I think it's important to know what to wear. And I know Josh was mentioning all of the things you should bring along.
Layers, just
so
layers.
we have Knox on standby, our fashion guru, who's going to school us on how to dress for a place like the UK.